Hi guys, so welcome to the live session, another trading day. And as we expected, gold has almost done exactly as analyzed past week. Yesterday's analysis, probably you guys have seen that. Now today we are looking to enter. Still I haven't got any trade entry on the day trading yet. Would like to see that possible entry opportunity in this market. And this is a very important session today. I hope that you guys are excited for this week as well, because this is the last week of the month, NFP week coming up also after this week. So these 2 weeks was quite significant, as we will see the monthly and the weekly close coming up. So currently the market, this is the 4-hour time frame. You can say after this move, the price is coming back to the support level. We might find a short-term entry here. I was looking at that if this market dropping down here to this support level, which is to this neckline, we might be able to find a potential entry in this market. So let's see that what kind of price action is forming, and based on that we will be entering into the trade. So this is the 1-minute chart. We can see that pretty sharp breakdown. And if we look at the 4-hour here, we can see that initially the market has made significant move to the upside, and currently the price on this 4-hour support level. So to find a possible entry here, if you look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective the market has dropped to the daily 20 EMA as we discussed, and the price has tested both sides of the daily 20 EMA, and you can see that the price in fact tested both sides, and the price has formed an inverted head and shoulder here. If you look at this, is what I discussed also in our previous analysis, and the market has almost done the same way. It has gone up, crossed the liquidity, and dropped back down here to this support, and now the price again trying to push back down here to the level. So looking at the intraday support level here on the 4-hour time frame, this is the 4-hour support here on Xauusd, and with that intraday support that we have seen on Xauusd, the market here, we can see that this is the 4-hour opening. We saw that there was a large gap open early. The market dropped to that support from that inverted head and shoulder that you can see, and with this inverted head and shoulder formation here, the market has made its move back to the upside again. Now with that move, so currently if you look at here the price, this is the 4-hour candle, initially has gone back up. Now it's on the support again. We would like to see that support, how the market might be reacting to that level, and based on that we can look for possible entry. As this is the 15 minutes, you can see it's a large ATR candle. So if we look at in terms of ATR, this move, let's see that how far the market has dropped so far. So this candle so far is 121 pip. The market here ATR is 49 pip, which is 50 pip. So it's now more than 2 ATR move in this direction, and this is the starting of this move on the 15-minute chart, which is 3364 level, which is starting of the move. And as this is a starting of the move here on Xauusd, what you can see that the market in this level here, so this is a key level of support that we can look for possible a break and then to enter in this area. So it's a full long drop on the 1 hour. If you look at, you can see the market has dropped to that support, so which is the 336465, coming to that level here on Xauusd. Now if the market is coming to this support, which can be a potential entry for us. Okay, so if you look at here, you can see this is the 1 hour, and if we look at the 30 minutes, which is showing that one red candle to this support level, and would like to see that it's completely breaking below, and then we can look for entry, which is also aligning with this 4-hour support level. So which is, we can see the market in this 4-hour support, it's coming down with potentially one single move that we could see. Okay, so you can see that this is the 4-hour time frame. The market has made its initial bounce, and then the price again coming to hit that 4-hour support. So once we find an entry here, if you look at here, this is a very important support here, we would like to enter into the trade. So this is the 4-hour support, and let's wait first for the market to drop further below. And so 30 minutes price action that you can see, it's a pretty sharply bearish at the moment. So we can see 15 minutes closed with a big red candle. The next one potentially to come down here, that you can see this is one single move on the 15-minute chart. Okay, so you can see this is a, if you look at here, it's almost 170 pip move that we have seen to the upside, and now it's coming to that support, which is almost to the 4-hour support has broken now, and yep, this penetrating below. So here is the market has completely broken below from the 4-hour time frame. Now here is the price action that you can see just penetrated. This is the 5 minutes candle, and let's wait to see where we can find possible entry in this market. So we might see further below. Here is another key level, so let's see if it is coming there or it's gonna revert from that level. Now how much it may drop, it's important to look at from the 4-hour. As I mentioned, after creating series of lower high, the market is trying to break below, as we see the rejection from the top. So this is a 15 minutes drop that you can see the market has had a significant break below. So now 30 minutes and the 1 hour. So 15 minutes chart that you can see the market has done quite a bit of move, and if we look at this support here, which is 39 pip, and now to find an entry, as this market has broken below from this resistance line, I will still be preferring for bullish entry once we see that enough confirmation. And we can see a 5 minutes candle closing, it's a big bear move to that support. Okay, this is the 1 hour, which is also a big bear move, this may bring that price even further below. If you look at that, you can see this is a support level, which is an important key level, which is the resistance turning support here. And 30 minutes price action, that you can see it's a full move with a single clean drop, and there is a neckline here. So that move that you can see is, it's a quite a bit of move, and I will be looking to open position very soon. Here the 5 minutes candle closed, which is still showing that bearish drop. 4-hour chart, that you can see a large break below. So let's wait for the market to drop down here with this. If you look at here, you can see this is the 30 minutes price action. It started from here, okay, a large move to that level, and the market now, what do you see, currently coming to that 30 minutes support, okay, so which is a key level of support, and that move could give a momentum in the market. So this is the 1 minute and the 5 minutes. So a 1 minute doji formation. Now looking at the 30 minutes again, we can see that this is a big drop to that support so far. And now the question is if this market will continue to drop or it's gonna push back again. But I think, let's delete the line again, because you can see it might form this inverted head and shoulder, okay, and then could return back again. So that might be bringing an opportunity for us, a possible buy in this market. So if you look at the daily, you can see the daily price action so far drop well below the daily low. So here, if you look at the 30 minutes, a very sharp drop in this market. And that drop is important. We will be looking to find now, it's still showing bearish here. 5 minutes price action, that you can see forming a narrow doji, and so you can see that it's still forming downtrending market structure, so which is giving a probability for further drop here. So today's low, if we look at, this is the today's low here. Now in case the market had a sharp drop, even it could come back to this low and then to return again back to the upside. So you can see that here in this area, that we can see here significant drop, and I'm waiting for a full a move before we can find entry. But in this kind of move, I would prefer for bullish entry, because the market is a long-term bull. But we can see that there is a rejection here daily. This is today's low, so the market may drop down here to the daily low. That could be in that zone here. And now here we can see that in this area, which is pretty sharp drop in a, we can say in the single drop, and with this drop here, wanting to see the market has done that enough pullback. So looking at the 1 minute, this is a massive bearish drop with back-to-back two long bearish candle. Now 4-hour chart here, if you look at, you can see that it's a series of lower high and a bearish candle. Now the next candle that we can see will be opening in 1.5 hours. Now before this 4-hour close, where this candle might be closing, that's the key point here to look at. Now if we look at the overall move in this market, that's a bearish price action, and we may see that this market to possibly come back to break any of this low before this candle close. So because it's a very sharply falling, we would like to see how much it drops. Now after this 30 minutes close, we may see a potential bounce from this level again, but because if you look at here, you can see there is a one single move to the upside from this level to this key level, and because the market has made its initial move to the upside here, a possibility for returning to that support is very high. And we can see that here is the support level, which is very important support on the 30 minutes time frame. And because the market has, if you look at here, it might be forming a possible inverted head and shoulder that you can see in this area. So that's where the price is showing its pattern. Now another important aspect that we need to look at is this zone here. If you look at here, you can see that there was consolidation and the market has made its move to the upside. So as this price breaking below here to this support level, the bias again could be towards the upside. So let's see where it is heading. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. And also make sure you join the Telegram channel. You can find link below this video for updated education analysis that I am posting also every day, so that you can get access to all of them instantly. Now here is this move that you can see on gold, and in addition to that also we see some move on GBP JPY, British Pound US Dollar, and dollar yen and GBP JPY especially. These two also I have posted analysis because they are in a bullish trend, and we will be looking to see if there is any entry coming, especially if the market drop again to the daily low, daily support. We might find an entry opportunity in any of this in the upcoming days and sessions. So let's look at here on Xauusd again, waiting for that drop, especially 30 minutes time frame, that you can see a clean green move and then returning back to that support. That the patience is key here, as you know that we would like to see the market in fact hitting that level before we find an entry. Thank you very much. Hello Santaram, welcome. Good and cooking, good morning. Crazy to hello everyone. Hello James, good evening. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Make sure guys you always focus on long-term learning and growing as a trader. As soon as we will find an entry, definitely we would like to enter the risk management is key. Always open with proper risk management, proper lot sizing, and one trade or two trades will not be enough. You need to look for the bigger picture when you are trading, which is very important. Shout out Marcus, welcome. Welcome, thank you. And now what we can see here, now why I am considering this move here on gold is because this is basis of the smart money trading, is to look for false breakout or breakdown, right? So this is where also it's a, what I would say that many traders don't get that, but if you once you get that, you are well ahead in this trading, understanding, okay, when the smart money is coming or trading in the market, which is crucial as a trader to trade the market every day. Now you can see the market here. I will be discussing more throughout the session, so don't miss out, guys. Here, as you can see that this one long candle in fact has come here to this support, tested this, and now trying to push back. So we'll be looking to see that if it is coming below further, okay, so which is the resistance and support, and you can see it's breaking below, which is good. We are looking at the 30 minutes. The reason I'm looking at 30 minutes is because we have a level that we can look at on the 30 minutes that the market to penetrate, and then so that we can find an entry based on that level. So that's what we are looking at. And as I have discussed earlier, so when the smart money trading the market, understanding from the price action is the foundation of becoming a better trader. The smart money will be trading the market when, you know, that when there is a liquidity, okay, so they need liquidity to find their trade, and that liquidity comes from gathering, okay, so they have a different phase, okay, the market has a different phase. You see that accumulation, distribution, okay, so during the time of accumulation, okay, they gather liquidity, and when you understand when the market is gathering that liquidity, you know that at what point they are entering the trade from the price action. And once you understand that price action pattern, you started to see the market completely different way, like the smart money see the market. That will change your trading entirely from how you are trading now to a smart money trading. And that's what my goal here in the academy, to give this information to every member on the channel, on the academy, so you guys know that when to enter. And that's where the most traders struggle, right? So you don't need to struggle, you need to understand that when the market is preparing for this kind of move. And how do you know that? You can know it from the price action and market structure, okay. So here, if you look at this move on the 30 minutes, what do you see? There is an unusual move, this, and that is where we need to pay attention, the unusual move, okay. Now waiting for this market to, we see that it was in an uptrend, and this is where the key level, right, key zone, and there was an uptrend, and the market from that uptrend has made its move, created an uptrending market structure, and finally it managed to break below. Now that break below is where we might find now possible further entry opportunity for another move towards the upside. So let's see where it is heading to. And okay, so here is the market is showing a possible move. So if you look at here, you can see it's a big drop to that support level, and wanting to see the market coming down here. And as soon as you will find that suitable entry, you would like to see it's a full move back from this support, okay, to that level, and coming back again in that zone where we can look for possible entry. Here is already it's approaching that level. So 4 hour, if you look at here, is a complete breakdown. Now daily, this is the daily price action, is also here is the daily 20 EMA. And what I think, the price may not completely become bearish here. Let's see, because it's a bull market, the market has got rejected multiple times from this daily 20 EMA, and it has created a kind of inverted head and shoulder in that area. So that might again, the price could push back to the upside. So breaking this low or coming to that zone is where we need to look at for possible entry, and that's what we're waiting to see. That let's wait to see where the market might be heading to, and based on that we will be entering into the trade. We'll see that. Now if you look at that market from this level, you can see it's a complete drop with a single momentum, and with this drop here, which you can see that the market is showing its pattern in that area. Would like to see where it might be heading to. And now if you look at here, you can see it's a sharp one single move, and that kind of move is important because when you see that the market create a sharp move with a one single drop and hit that key level, that's where the possibility for the market to reverse, as more often almost all the manipulation happens in that way. And that's where the smart money gathering the liquidity and price may reject from those levels. So we need to wait for the rejection, though we can see that it's a clean move back below. And this is the previous session's low on the 4-hour chart. This is the entry candle, the weekly opening candle, which is starting from here, big gap open to this level, and the market couldn't create a higher high. We saw that lower high creation, and now it may break below here. Possibly this is today's low. So as soon as the market managed to break below, that's where we could find a possible further entry opportunity in this market. So waiting for that to happen, and patience is key, as I always mention, guys. In trading, the patience is key, because that's where you're gonna see, when you are patient, you'll see the real trades coming in the market, because this is what happened. And if you are a little experienced trader, you know that you see that when the market was here, you would see that there is a potential buy opportunity here. But if you are a little patient, you'll see the market dropping here. Now it's coming in a more better area for entry. So how much patience you need, because you also don't want to miss important trades right? So there is a balance between being patient and taking action. Okay, that's where being a trader. So you need to know when to take action and when to remain patient for entry. And timing is very important. That's where the real trades come. So the most important part to find those entries is to identify the key levels when the market is coming to that key level. Now you can see that I have drawn a zone here, which is a key area. Key level is not more often a line but a zone, because the market, you never see a perfectly one line as a level. It's a zone. So once you see that the market has crossed that zone, that's where high probability trade. Now if you look at here, this is the point where the market made its initial move, and now we are almost seeing that the price has come back to that level. Now from this level, either without testing this support, the market could push back up or may come further below for another push back to the upside here. So this is where waiting for a potential entry opportunity in the market to see possible entry. Let's see, wait for the price to show us its hand, which is very important to see that the market is showing its hand. Until we see that proper entry zone, we will be waiting to find that entry. And in the meantime, if you are looking at any currency that you can see trade, also you can share your thought and opinion. Now what we can see here, this is dollar yen price that we can see the market breaking below. British pound US dollar, we have seen there was a big bear drop, and AUD USD, Euro USD, some of the instrument that you can see, okay, quite a few, they are currently downtrending, and I'm keeping it on. Dollar yen also, looking at again gold here, we can see that XAU USD, which is a complete rejection from the higher price to the lower price here. So this is where you can see that it's a one single drop, and if you look at the 1 hour, you can see it's more than I think it's more than 2.58 year candle with this move. And daily price also showing that possible directional bias here in this market. And now with that move, we'll be waiting to see that the price to show lower time frame confirmation for any entry. Are you guys ready for entry? If you are ready, give a thumbs up and say yes in the live chat. Please guide us. How can dollar yen drop? So dollar yen, we saw that early there was a sharp bounce, and this market could started to reverse, but I'm not considering is yet reversal. There is a gap open, one single green candle to the upside with this gap open on dollar yen, and it may revert again to the upside. But as you can see from here, it's getting some reaction from the top, and because if you look at here, it's in an uptrend. Currently we see there is breakout structure, and that breakout structure is potentially giving an entry. Let's waiting to see that. And this is the 1 hour. So if you look at here, you can see it's from the 1 hour, it's one single bounce. Now we would like to see that significant pullback. So what I think that because daily gap open and initially the market has made its move to the upside, we might see the price to come back here to that previous resistance, okay, which is turning support here, and then from that zone we could see the market to revert again back to the upside here. So we will see that where it might be going, and we'll come back to it time to time to see if there is any entry while we are looking at on XAUUSD for a potential entry. Now looking at, okay, so it's a one single drop to that support. Uh, 146.70 or lower. Robin Koser, thank you, welcome. Now dollar yen is on a pullback. It's a sharply uptrending market, but it's on a pullback, so we are not having any entry yet. But if there is any appears, if anything appears, we will be looking into that. While XAUUSD is in a breakdown here from this level. Now I would like to also identify this trend line on XAUUSD, which is a key level of support. Now if you look at here, you can see that in this key level of support on XAUUSD, so you can see from here a move, pullback, another move, a significant move, pull back to that support. Now we can see that another move, so it couldn't create a higher high. Now if it is coming to that trend line, that's where the best entry opportunity in this market. You'll see that how far it might be going to. Thanks for joining the live session. We are looking to enter on XAUUSD a suitable entry, and as soon as we will find that, we will be on the trade. 30 minutes, we have seen there is a sharp drop, and the key level here on the 30 minutes time frame is at this, at 3354.60 or below is the key level. And first would like to see the market manage to hit that level or touch that before we can find any entry in this market. Welcome. Please check Euro GBP. Okay, are you bullish on gold? What's your view, sir? Babaya Robinson, very important, informative. Welcome. So on gold, still we are not directionally fully defined, but if the market with this big move coming to that support as started to trend potentially changing, I will remain bullish, but we would like to see that the market is coming to that key level of support, okay, which is the most important part, because we have seen that there is a significant drop, okay, and from here the move started to the upside. This is the 30 minutes time frame, and if this move straight come back to that support, okay, to that move, to this support, that's where we will be on the trade on XAUUSD. That's what we're waiting to see, that how the market potentially be heading. and based on that we will be entering into the trade and waiting to see. Let's wait. If you look at the 1 hour, you can see that it's a sharp drop, and the market may even potentially possible to reverse from that zone, but I wouldn't be still be fully prepared for that reversal. Especially if you look at the 30 minutes, you can see that 30 minutes time frame, the market is slowly forming a long wick here, but I think we could see that this market to possibly form an inverted head and shoulder and then to return back again to the upside here. So the understanding the directional bias is very important when we are entering into the trade, and then we can look to see. So here 30 minutes having some reaction from this support. If we look at the lower time frame, 1 minute, we can see that it's a kind of inverted head and shoulder being formed. Looking at the calendar to see what is coming very soon. So if you look at calendar here, you can see this is the calendar where later today coming 11:45 p.m. in my zone, which is around less than an hour, flash manufacturing PMI and flash service PMI. So that is two back-to-back high impact news will definitely will have some impact in the market, including gold and all the USD pairs. So therefore this is a sharp drop. Okay, we can see that from here a big move in that direction, and we see that a move, a slower sideways consolidation, and then another move. Right, so if the market coming here in this 1 minute chart, okay, breaking below and then returning up, which is a very important zone that we can look for bullish entry. So after this kind of structure formation, if it come back here and then reject, is a very good area for us to look for bullish entry. 30 minutes getting that reaction back up, and this is 1 minute again. We can see that an initial move and then sideways consolidation, another possible move here, and if it is coming here, that's a very important key level that we can look for entry. At the moment we can see this is the 1 minute chart. We'll be waiting to see that zone to come down to hit that. If it is not coming here and started to move back to the upside, which will not be a very good trending market to enter, because if it properly grab liquidity from here, then we could see the market again going back to this neckline here, or even possibly to go up further. So waiting to see. On this lower time frame, you can see the market again started to trying to break below here. so which is also aligning with the 1 hour and lower time frame support. So if it is, this is the 1 minute chart, you can see it formed that inverted head and shoulder, and if it properly test this low here, grab the liquidity, then we could see the market to return again with an uptrending market structure here, and that might lead that price to go back to this neckline of this consolidation pattern here. All right, so hope that, let's see how far it goes. And in the meantime, traders, for those who are new to the channel, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. And also for updates, education, and regular update, you guys can check the website link below this video for all the education, and also stay connected by joining the Telegram channel, which is free Telegram, where I do share all my some of the important education besides the academy group. So you guys can join there to stay informed and updated every day, so you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Now, that being said, here on XAUUSD, we see that it's coming down here with a momentum. That's what we're waiting to see to drop back below, and this is 15 minutes price action, which is getting that rejection from the top, and we'll see where it is heading to. So with a long week, now you can see that here in this area the market is showing that pattern in that direction. And again, we look at the 1 minute, and I'm looking at the multi time frames because that's how we can have a better understanding about the market overall move, potential move here. Now, so you see that a doji, it closed as a doji 30 minutes again, that you can see momentum from this level. Now we can see that after this doji here in that area, it has formed that narrow candlestick pattern, and so our entry zone could be below this level if the market come here, because it left an imbalance here, and without retesting this imbalance, that I don't think the market will be able to go up further. And that being said, we could see that this market to come back below and feel that imbalance, and then to return again in the major direction of the trend. So you see that a drop which is needed, and to enter for a possible upside here. This is the 1 hour that you can see. A 4 hour and the 1 hour. 1 minute. So if you look at the 4 hour here, so you might have a little bit of range in this area, and as you can see, guys, this is the 1 minute chart, and in this zone the price slowly trying to build up a potential uptrending market structure and leaving an important support here. So looking for that entry on the 1 minute chart. Still not entering any position, just looking to see possible a reward, how many people we can catch if we take that move from a narrow pin bar in that area. And that pin bar that we can see, as I mentioned earlier, we might see a range, and the market has left a big imbalance in this area that we can see. And with that imbalance, right, so you can see that this is a pretty sharp imbalance. Okay, that move from this resistance, would like to see that it's possibly to come down here and then to break below, and so it's showing possible uptrend here. Now there we could see some potential move. So the 5 minutes price action, so there is an imbalance here to the upside in that area. And if you look at the 1 hour, a big sharp one red candle. If you look at the 15 minutes from this doji, it's trying to form another bullish candle. I hope that you can see me here. It was a little bit of disconnection, but hope that it has got back here in that zone. And Okay, traders, so I'm back here on this live session. There has been a little bit of interruption, and back on track. So we're back on track here. I hope that you guys can hear me now. There was a little bit of interruption with the stream, and I had to restart, and we can see back again. We see that Xauusd, as we discussed from here, there has been significant bounce, and deleting those levels that we can see, the price has made its move way back to the upside again with this momentum. Now this is the 15 minutes price action where it's trying to trend back again with a new uptrending market structure. So from this uptrend, once we see the price started to break above, we can look for entry. There is a big fair value gap here. If you look at this, is the high, and also there is another one. So if the market coming below here, you can see this is the 4-hour chart where it's forming a 4-hour doji. So this 4-hour candle close is important, because after this candle close, if you look at the daily, the price on the daily resistance line, after the 4-hour close is to look at either this market will move up or it's gonna break below again. So how the 4-hour closing is important to see, and because already you can see the market has made initial bounce, I think we might see even another rejection, because it's already made a big drop. It's almost more than 50% pullback at the moment, and the possibility here we can look for another a break below. So if you look at the 4-hour here, you can see it's a 4-hour 20 EMA. The possibility for another break below is higher. So looking at the 15 minutes, we can see it's 15 minutes potential doji is being created in that area. Okay, so I hope that now stream is clear. So we are seeing that a possible potential trend that we can see to the upside, and the market has made almost a 50% pullback to the upside. The price is above the 10 and 20 EMA in this area, where I think the price may try to have a possible a potential reversal that I'm expecting. So if this market going up further, this is the 1 hour price action, and that's where if you look at the 4 hour here, this is the 4 hour 20 EMA, and that's where we could find possible entry. This is the 15 minutes, and I'm going to guys place a sell here on XAUUSD by market. Stop loss keeping above this high, which will be around 235, and I would like to keep a bit bigger stop loss for this to avoid any fluctuation. 40 pips stop loss, not very big. Expecting it to drop back again to this liquidity zone, which will be almost quite a few pip. So placing a sell on XAUUSD with around 2 in this area for this possible drop, and let's wait to see where the market might be to be heading. And I'm placing a sell here on XAUUSD in this market. Placing a sell at 3367.84. Stop loss placing at 3370.94, and TP target at 3360.13, and we can adjust if needed accordingly. At the moment, placing this on XAUUSD. So place a short on XAUUSD. Let's see what happened. So here's sell on XAUUSD, and place the sell waiting for the possible drop here in that market, and quite a few long week candlestick pattern here, which is a narrow zone. If you guys look at it, you can see that it's a long consolidation, and expecting it to drop back down here in that area. And if this market coming here to that support, we'll be able to catch that move, possibly to 66 pip if the market drops. And looking at the higher time frame, 15 minutes candle closing also as a possible doji. And that being said, let's wait to see how far it might be coming here in this market. And this is the 1 minute chart. Okay, so you can see that this is where the market has catch that level, and from this zone waiting for the price to possibly come down here to create a new lower low. And that being said, what you can expect here for the market to return again to this direction here, and here is the doji formation here, and would like to see the market to, we see there is a initial bounce in that area, and we see 3370.91 is the stop loss area, because there is a resistance here. It might ultimately just gathering liquidity in that area, and we'll be re-entering again. It just, so the 15 minutes, see that it has penetrated. We'll be re-entering, which is tight stop loss have we placed in that 4 hour, which is closing in a couple of minutes. And I think this candle, highly likely we could see that to reject back again, as if we look at the daily, it's the daily doji, right? So I will be re-entering once we see a little more confirmation for this. This is the 1 minute. I think this 4 hour may close here as a bearish candle, so the possibility for rejecting back here is, that's expecting. So to the 1 minute, you can see this is the 1 minute chart where so 4 hour move that you can see from here, from the support level, has made initial bounce. This is the weekly price action. Looking here in this area, that so after this 1 hour rejection, the price is trying to push back. We'll be waiting to see how far it might be going, and I think, as you can see, it's going to this neckline here. So from this neckline, it is still, as it's now trending to that level, and 4 hour close coming in 25 minutes, and before the 4 hour close, we need to look for either the market is getting bearish, or it's started again another bullish momentum. Now looking at the 1 hour again, okay, so here is the market is showing that trend. So from this fair value gap that the market didn't look back, it started to push back up. Now with this 1 hour move that we can see, so from the 30 minutes also the price has pushed back to the upside. And this is a currently a ranging market that you can see, and because it's a okay, so here this is the 4-hour candle closing in couple of minutes, and now if it started to bounce, it may go try to push back to the daily high, and that might be starting a bullish trend for daily. But we'll see that how the price action closing on the lower time frame is very important to look at. So you start to move it from here, from this order block. This is a very strong uptrending move here on XAUUSD at the moment, and that's where the market sentiment changes after testing this support level. It may now try to break this high. So that being said, here with this move on XAUUSD, we are waiting for this is a key level that we can wait to see how the market is reacting to that. That's a key level. You can see it's pretty sharp move back to the upside, and so with this uptrend that we can see, the market is almost to the key level of resistance, and because it's trending yet, and we may see that ultimately to cross that high from the 4-hour. We can see it's after dropping, it was showing a possible break below, but instead we see that from here creating a higher low, the market has managed to push again back to the upside here. so which is a full upside move and hitting that key level. Now with this hitting to this key level on XAUUSD, so with an inverted head and shoulder, it managed to break above and we're seeing pretty sharp bounce here on XAUUSD, and that's where the market trend is maintaining that upside move. And as it is a very sharp uptrend at the moment here, this is a complete bounce from this key level of support. For our closing in 15 minutes time with a pretty sharp bullish rejection from the support, so we may see a potential change of trend. So this is the daily high here, and that high that you can see on the daily, it's broken to the upside, and which is a complete bullish breakout. Now it's in an uptrend and the price on the key level, so we are looking to see what the market potentially be doing in that area, as it's a sharp breakout, and that is where, if you look at here, you can see the market reach that key level. Now from this zone we may see another drop or continuation. So this is what first we need to see, if this 1 hour close is bringing that price again back to the upside, or it might be because it's maintaining here a series of higher low from the 1 hour. It might try to go back up here to retest this resistance again, and that might bring the price push back to the upside here. So getting some rejection from the top here before the 4-hour close. Now after this 4-hour close, if this market is news in 6 hours, so that we see on the news, that on the calendar. So if we look at the calendar here, we can see that this is where the data came out to be mixed. So we see flash manufacturing PMI hope that now probably that the sound quality should be okay. Yeah, thank you, thank you. It was the to the bad luck today. Things got little unusual here, so that's where you can see the market from this level has got a rejection, and we are almost 2 hours. Let's see that what you can see after break of this high, it has another reaction from the top, and after forming here a head and shoulder, it returned again from this key level. So if you look at the 30 minutes, you can see it's a complete rejection from the key level. And I apologize, I think that sound was quite a long time, there wasn't. And I hope that you guys can hear me. Okay, so it was a long session, and this session was a little bit of a disruption because of the connection that we have seen, but the wave market we can see here at the moment, that after this 4-hour close, you can see it's trying to pull back in that area again. So the daily, if you look at the daily, the price on the daily support, so what I think that the market may started to trend again to the upside here from this daily support, and that's where we could see the price to test the support and then to reject back again to the upside here. And with this inverted head and shoulder, the market may have changed the trend on gold for long term, and we may see the price to continue to trend to the upside here to create a new higher high in this market. So that could be the potential wave for the upcoming days and weeks. So this week we may see that gold remaining bullish, that the way we see. So our zone here is for possible buy, and we see that there is a manipulation. The market has made its move back again to the upside, so any drop here can give us again possible buying opportunity in this market. So as soon as we will find entry, we'll be looking into that. And we are almost at the end of the session. Thanks for joining this live session. We'll see you guys again very soon, trading live together on the next day. Take it easy, and also always keep focus on learning, and I'll see you there very soon. Until that, stay well, stay happy.